There are many lies in crypto.
Worthless artificial gold.
Volatility.
It's volatility
as a speculative bubble.
Small traders have been completely wiped out.
You shouldn't expect it to go up.
The greatest scam in history, saying Bitcoin is headed straight to zero.
I think it's rat poison.
But the biggest one of them all is that Bitcoin is for criminals.
Drugs, guns, and child pornography. It is done because of its anonymity. Organized crime groups, terrorists.
So they had a lot of illicit activity.
Just here at Michael Busella, he says Bitcoin is the greatest thing to happen to the FBI.
Is the greatest thing to happen to the FBI. It's the most transparent form of money transfer available, quite literally the best form of ransom payment for federal agents.
This is a blessing in disguise for law and order. This is why Bitcoin is a key player for a better society. The blockchain by default is a public ledger. Let me repeat that. Public. Which makes you wonder, maybe this is the reason why governments don't want it implemented. Let's say, for example, if a government decided to use only Bitcoin, all its citizens would be able to see where is taxpayer money going, which would be an inconvenience for guys like this, because people would be much more aware and involved in the country and in making new policies. Just look at what InvestorPedia is saying. Undermining the authorities and control of central banks should be what we try to do. The reality of the situation was that banking was a scam all along. Just hear what Godfrey Bloom had to say about this.
All the banks are broke. They're broke because we have a system called fractional reserve banking, which means that banks can lend money that they don't actually have. It's a criminal scandal and it's been going on for too long. To add to that problem, the artificial printing of money, which if any ordinary person did, they'd go to prison for a very long time. And yet governments and central banks do it all the time. It's central banks that manipulate interest rates, Commissioner. When banks go broke through their own incompetence and chicanery, the taxpayer picks up the tab. It's theft from the taxpayer. Till we start sending bankers, and I include central bankers and politicians, to prison for this outrage, it will continue.
This guy deserves a medal. He's speaking the truth. It is blatant theft in broad daylight. Do you think the biggest buildings in most of the cities are owned by banks? It is probably the same case in your city too. I believe this can all be changed. Society can be transformed and we can take back what we deserve. Maybe with Bitcoin, we have a way out.